This was a bad idea.
It comes for us.
There will be many sacrifices.
For 2 movies, the world has watched as Jonas Taylor, Jason Statham, and his team have grappled with the terrifying prehistoric predator known as the Megalodon. They have faced the beast in the open ocean and in the deep-sea trench it once called home, believing they had finally contained the threat. But what if the Megalodon was just the beginning? What if the opening of the trench released not 1, but 2 apex predators from a bygone era? The MEG 3, Rise of Kraken is the story of humanity's reckoning with an ancient, intelligent, and colossal creature, the Kraken. The film opens with the world having just begun to recover from the events of the MEG 2, the trench. Jonas Taylor has retired from active deep-sea exploration, opting for a quiet life, haunted by the specter of the creatures he faced. However, this peace is shattered when a series of catastrophic, unexplained events begin to occur across the globe. Massive ships are torn apart in the Atlantic, coastal towns are deluged by freak tsunamis, and sonar reports from the world's deepest trenches show anomalous, tentacled lifeforms of an impossible scale. Dr. Lila Winters, a brilliant but disgraced marine biologist, played by Charlize Theron in Fan Concepts, who was dismissed for her unorthodox theories about ancient deep-sea life, is brought in to consult. Her life's work focused on the existence of a highly intelligent, cephalopod-like creature of unimaginable size that once ruled the planet's oceans, a creature she called the Kraken. The team, including returning fan favorites, must now come to terms with a new reality. The seismic disturbances that released the Megalodons also freed the Kraken. Unlike the Megalodon, which is driven by primal instinct and hunger, the Kraken is a sentient and malevolent force. It sees the surface world and its inhabitants not as prey, but as a rival species to be eliminated. This isn't just a monster movie, it's an aquatic war for the planet. The Kraken's intelligence allows it to manipulate the ocean itself, creating powerful whirlpools and using its tentacles as strategic weapons. The movie's core conflict is a race against time. The Kraken is not simply rising, it is actively working to destabilize the planet's oceanic ecosystem, triggering an extinction-level event. Jonas, Lila, and their new crew must descend into the darkest, most treacherous parts of the ocean, the Kraken's domain, to find a way to stop it. They face not only the Kraken but also the Megalodons, now acting as mere underlings in this new aquatic hierarchy. The climax is an epic, brutal battle where the Megalodon and Kraken clash, with Jonas and his crew caught in the middle. The film concludes with the question of whether humanity has truly won, or if this was just the first wave of a deeper, more ancient threat. The world has moved on since the events of the MEG 2. Jonas Taylor, a living legend in the scientific community, has stepped away from the dangers of deep-sea exploration. He is a man who has stared into the abyss and lived to tell the tale, but the psychological toll is immense. He's raising his daughter and trying to find a normal life, but normalcy is a luxury the ocean will no longer allow. The first signs of trouble are subtle. Submarines go missing, and massive fishing trawlers disappear without a trace. The disappearances are initially attributed to rogue megalodons, but the wreckage tells a different story. The mangled hulls and twisted metals show evidence of an impossible force, not teeth, but a grip of unimaginable strength. Simultaneously, massive seismic tremors, far beyond anything previously recorded, are detected from the Mariana Trench. A new, more sinister threat is emerging from the abyss. This is where Dr. Lila Winters enters the picture. A brilliant and eccentric oceanographer who lost her funding and credibility years ago, she has dedicated her life to the study of mythical deep-sea creatures. Her research, once ridiculed, now seems terrifyingly prescient. She theorized that the Mariana Trench was not just a home for the Megalodon but a sealed prison for a far more ancient, intelligent, and powerful entity, a colossal squid-like creature known in folklore as the Kraken. Her data suggests that the Megalodon's escape was a byproduct of a larger event, the Kraken's own awakening. Jonas is skeptical at first, but the evidence becomes impossible to ignore. A coastal city in Japan is hit by an engineered tsunami, and the naval fleet sent to investigate is decimated by a creature that moves with strategic cunning. They're not dealing with an animal anymore, they're dealing with a force of nature with a malicious intelligence. Jonas is pulled back into the world he desperately tried to leave behind, joining forces with Lila and a new crew of hardened specialists. Their mission is clear but seemingly impossible: return to the Mariana Trench, the very place of the Kraken's origin, to find a way to seal the gate to the abyss once and for all. The journey is a harrowing descent into darkness. The team's new state-of-the-art submersible, the Acheron, is put to the ultimate test, navigating through a treacherous landscape of active hydrothermal vents, rockfalls, and swarms of smaller, mutated creatures that the Kraken commands. They discover an alien ecosystem thriving in the trench, a world of bioluminescent horrors and predatory flora, all under the control of the Kraken. The Kraken itself is a monster of truly epic proportions. Its tentacles, each the size of a skyscraper, can crush steel, and its highly developed brain allows it to anticipate their movements. It's not hunting them, it's playing with them. The climax of the story is an apocalyptic showdown. The team discovers a dormant tectonic fissure that, if detonated correctly,